Welcome back, everybody. This is Alan Elman, the Blue Collar Investor. We're now on our onboarding video tutorials of the enhanced BCI website. This one is number 4, and we're going to be discussing the 4 premium member reports or watch lists offered as part of your premium membership. But before I do that, I want to show you 2 really neat aspects that we offer on the BCI website. If you recall, in one of the earlier videos, we talked about the free training and our Beginner's Corners tutorials, and these are 8 videos, about 8 to 10 minutes each, for both covered call writing and selling cash secured puts. Now, right now, I just clicked on free training and covered call writing, and then as you recall, you put in your name, and then you put in your email address, and then let me in. Now, you probably recall that. But what I also want to show you is that you can click on download over here, and you can actually download or print out all of the slides inherent in these videos. So you'll almost be able to create your own book relating to this Beginner's Corner tutorial series. So I thought that's a pretty neat feature that you would be interested in. Now, if we go back to the home page and then click on blog, or we could have clicked blog directly, there's one other, this is something that I know you're going to be interested in. We have a Google search tool when you click on the blog right at the top over here. Now, let's say, for example, you're interested in learning about, let's say, implied volatility. Well, I've written over 700 journal articles over the past nearly 2 decades. And what you could pull up are most of those articles. So let's just show you as an example. We're going to type in implied volatility. Okay. And you just click on that magnifier, and up will come articles that I've written over the years on implied volatility. And we can just click on that, and there you have it. So those are 2 really neat features of the BCI website that I wanted to point out to you before we get into the main topic for this onboarding video number 4, which is our premium member reports and watch lists. So you know that the premium membership, you have information on the membership over here by clicking the membership link. But once you become a member, you log in over here and you click on membership login. Now, I pre-logged in before I started this video, so that takes me directly to the premium member site. You'll have to put in your user and password. Okay, I did that prior to starting this video. Now, I want to show you the 4 reports that are available and are benefits of your membership. First, we have our stock report. And what you're going to find here are the most recent 5 stock reports. There'll be videos at the top describing the reports and how to use the reports. And then you have your 5 reports over here. So let's just click on the most recent one at the time that I'm making this video. And you're going to find that there are quite a number of pages to the report. I'll just briefly review them. Now, on the first page, you're going to get a market tone assessment, and that will include all of several of the main economic reports that came out from the U.S. government that week. It will also list some of the key reports due out the following week. It will summarize the midweek ETF report, which we're going to be showing you shortly, and give you the market tone, a market assessment of Investors Business Daily, Dr. Eric Wish's General Market Index, GMI, and BCI's evaluation of the market as it currently stands. There'll be other data here like the put-call ratio and a chart of the S&P 500 versus the VIX. Those 2 are normally inversely related. So you're going to kind of get market information and some reviews on the first page. Now, the second page of the report is the key for the stock report. And it's something that you should familiarize yourself with once you become a premium member. I know there's a lot of data here, but there are so many detailed data points in the report, and you should be able to take advantage of all of them. Now, starting on the third page, that's where you get this, the meat and potatoes, ladies and gentlemen, of the stock report. All of the stocks that are in the white cells are eligible securities. The ones in bold are the ones that have the best technical parameters. But we give you so much data. Now, in the blue cells at the top, that's our screening process: fundamental screens, technical screens, common sense screens, plus additional information like dividend yield, ex-dividend dates, number of weeks on the report. So these are all items that are available to you and helping you make a decision: which stocks am I going to utilize in the upcoming portfolio? Or I'm replacing a stock, which is the one I want to replace it with? Okay, and we have videos detailing these reports, and you'll get a much better idea than I can give in this brief overview on this onboarding report. Now, as you scroll down, you'll see some of the stocks are in pink cells, and those are stocks that were not eligible this week, but were eligible in the previous weeks. And that's usually due to a technical breakdown. After 3 weeks of not being eligible, they just get bumped completely. We also will give you a list of the last week in the previous monthly contract cycle and each week of the current monthly cycle, so you could kind of follow various securities all along from week to week. And that's what you're seeing here. Now, we also have a copy and paste feature if you want to copy these eligible securities in those white cells to your own spreadsheet. It's probably not necessary, but we have some members that do like to do that, so that feature is available. Then lo and behold, it looks like, wait a minute, they've duplicated the same information. Well, we have, but for a reason. The second part of the report is the same information, but in a larger font. So for those who are visually challenged, you would probably just go right to the second part of the report. And that takes care of a brief overview of the premium members stock report. Now, if you scroll down further, you'll see ETF reports, and there's a video describing our ETF report. And you also have the most recent 5. We're just going to click on the most recent one at the time that I'm making this video, and you will get some information regarding the report for the ETFs. You'll get a midweek market tone, IBD, GMI, BCI, and a key to the spreadsheet, which is a briefer spreadsheet than the one for the stocks. Now, here is the 6/12/2024 ETF report, and all of these ETFs have adequate trading volume, relative strength of 60 or greater, which means they're in the top 40% from a price performance perspective. And each one of these ETFs have outperformed the S&P 500 in both 1 month and 3-month timeframes, both, in order to make these reports. We also give you 1 week, but that's not factored in to whether or not it's eligible. And it is sorted from the highest to the lowest in a 1-month timeframe, but they've all beaten the S&P in both timeframes. In the middle section, we list the best performing select sector spiders, and this is for our CEO strategy, which is a streamlined approach to covered call writing. I'll cover that in the last of these onboarding videos where I get into the best packages. We'll talk about the CEO strategy and package that's available. So once again, these are the best performing select sector spiders only based on 1-month price performance. Now, the last section of the ETF report are inverse ETFs. Those are exchange traded funds that go up when the market goes down and vice versa. We rarely use these, but in certain extreme bear market conditions, like 2008, for example, we could have made a lot of money writing covered calls or selling puts using these particular securities. Okay, so that, folks, is the third of our 4 reports. Now, if you scroll down a little further, you have the high dividend yield stock reports. Now, these are reports not really for options, but for those of you who just have a dividend capture strategy in mind. In other words, dividends are more important than options. And you can actually use deep in the money leaps options to lower your cost basis, which means the dividend yield will be greater. Let me just show you a sample report on that. And this is for the third quarter, 2024. And it lists the securities that have adequate trading volume, that have returns of 2.5% to 8% dividend yields, and we list them alphabetically, and we give additional information regarding the actual yield, the number of years it's been paying dividends, how reliable is it, the number of dividends. Most of them give quarterly dividends, but some give monthly dividends, some give biannual dividends. And so you have that information here. And that is our high dividend yield report, which comes out quarterly. So you have 2 weekly reports, the stock and the ETF, and you have the quarterly high dividend yield. Now we have one more report that's located on the right side. We ran out of real estate on the left side, and that is our blue chip report. And these are the best performing Dow 30 stocks. And this is produced on the last week of a monthly contract, so the week of a monthly expiration. And here we have only Dow 30 stocks, and we include in these reports as eligible the Dow 30 stocks that have outperformed the S&P in both 1 month and 3-month time frames. We also will give you the 1 week, but that's not factored into whether or not they're eligible in this report. We give you the price of the security at the time the report was created, which was 5/14 midday. Okay, and they're sorted by 1 month price performance, top to bottom. They all have outperformed the S&P in both of those time frames. We'll also give you the implied volatility, so you can kind of see how risky these are. Most of them aren't that risky because they're part of the Dow 30. Is there a dividend? Almost all of them do have dividends. We give you the yield. We give you the earnings report date, which you know you got to avoid, and the ex-dividend date, in case you own these at a very low cost basis and you don't want the shares sold. The main reason for early exercise is ex-dividend date. So we give you that information, and then there's the key. So those are the 4 reports that are available on the site. Let's go back to the home page now. You remember now to become a member, you click on the membership link and you scroll all the way down, and it'll give you an opportunity to sign up. There's the Ask Alan videos, monthly or annual. You also have testimonials below that that will be scrolling from the right to the left. Let's go back to the home page now. And just as a brief reminder, once you become a premium member, and you'll have those reports plus so much more, which I've already alluded to in a previous video, you'll log in over here on this membership. And boom, you're in once you put in your username and password. So ladies and gentlemen, that ends this onboarding video number 4, where we talked about the 4 premium member watch lists, stock reports, ETF reports, high dividend yield report, and blue chip reports. So I hope you enjoyed the information disseminated in this video. In the next video, we're actually going to now utilize all the tools and reports from this website. We're going to set up a portfolio, and we're going to execute our first covered call trade. I look forward to that. I look forward to seeing you at that video, and I thank you for attending this one. As always, this is Alan Ellman, the Blue Collar Investor. Take care, everybody.